this is Red Tyto bringing you some World of Tanks videos. Hopefully these videos should show you how to play the game, and it is a brilliant game. I've played probably about a year of it now. But yeah, it's a brilliant game, and a lot of people are just starting. And when you first buy this game, well, not buy, when you first download the game, it's very confusing. And here I'm going to run you through exactly how to play it in probably about 2 videos. And hopefully I should start doing some replays and some tutorials on how to drive the tanks. But yeah, this is what is called the garage. This is where you basically have control of all the tanks you have. Right now I've got the Elite tractor in the garage, which I've brought, well, not bought, it's free, this tank. This is a tier 1 tank, tier 1 light. Well, we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, so I'm currently using XVM. I can't remember the name of the mod pack that I'm using, but I will put that in the description below. That means that I've got this part here, which you won't get if you've just downloaded the game. You'll get a flat one of these. It just makes it easier to move around and stuff. This current version is 8.11. Well, that's probably what that's what you will get if you download the game. Now, let's start with what's all this, right? So, this current tank in the garage, it's called the Leech Tractor. Now down here is the different modules that you can add to the tank. I'm currently what is called stock, meaning that this tank has literally just been brought, meaning that it's all just, original engine, original tracks, turret, gun, meaning that it's pretty much boring. But as you can see, we can, well, probably, if we buy some new tracks, World of Tanks doesn't show you the tracks and the engines once you buy them, but it definitely means that you can. So what I'm doing here is I'm buying new modules. If you see these little bars here, it will mean that you have got tier 2 modules. These are still tier 1. So what we want to do is want to boost that up to tier 2. So you've got an upgraded turret. It's quite small, but it depending on what the tank is, it will give you an upgraded sort of. Well, all these will come down over here on the right. But yeah, you've got guns, different guns. The top gun on this is a flat gun, if I am sure. Yep. It's with the guns, you'll see here, you got 123 to 166 rounds per minute. That's okay for tier 1, but of course it's a flat gun. Average damage 11. That's not good at all, but it's a tier 1 flat gun. What can you expect? Here in the middle is, again, probably the same, but it's just a bit worse than the top gun. But what you really want to be using we'll get to this later, but what you really want to be using with a tank like this would be the KWK, which is a normal cannon. But we'll get to that later. In the middle here, you'll have different things to add to your tank, different equipment. Now, equipment like this is very, very useful if you're planning to stick with a tank, but of course, if you have enough money, which we'll get onto a bit in a minute, you can buy these sorts of things. So we've got improved ventilation, which is good for your crew, which will also come onto a sec. Armor protection, that's very good for a tier 1 tank. And we've got other things like camouflage net, that will increase your camo rating, making it harder for tanks to spot you when you're behind cover. binocular telescope, which will increase your view range of the tank. You spot tanks from a further distance. Coated optics, that will also increase your range. Enhanced gun laying drive, that makes the aiming speed much better. That'll probably go very well with an advanced crew. Toolbox, plus 25% repair speed. So overall, yeah. On the right side here, we've got our different shells. Armor piercing. This is the normal shell that you'll be getting and will be equipped for any gun. APCR, which is armor piercing composite rigid, which is what is called gold ammo. Now, go over onto this, you'll see a whole little new window here. Armor piercing is, of course, you only pay cash for that, which is credits. But if you see composite rigid, you'll find that you have to pay gold, which over there, you can get gold by going onto the website and buying gold for real money. But most people like to just use the armor piercing. The gold ammo is much better, but it costs a lot. But you can buy these for credits as well, if you see there. But it's very, very expensive. High explosives. It's got less penetration but more damage. We'll get to all these different types of things like that. We'll just quickly glance over these. Repairs. This is how fully repaired your tank is. You can make these happen immediately when you leave the battle by clicking that repair automatically. If you've been destroyed in a battle or damaged, your tank will the tank will come back in the state that you left it in the battle. So if it's destroyed, you'll have to repair it. And the repairs don't cost that much, depending on what tier you are. I'd say anything between 1 and 8 is perfectly acceptable. But you can also do that by refilling your ammunition automatically. Consumables. Right, so we'll get to consumables. Small repair kit, small first aid kit, and manual fire extinguisher. Now what these do is, if you're shot during a battle and one of your modules is damaged, say your tracks, your engine, your gun, your turret, or radio, you can repair it by pressing a specific character. We'll get to that when we get to the battle section. Small first aid kit. You can use this to repair any of your crew members that are injured or killed. Manual fire extinguisher will be used to put out any engine fires that you'll sustain. You can get, let's have a look. Right, you can get a automatic fire extinguisher. That means that if your engine is set on fire, it will be automatically extinguished. It costs a little bit more, but yeah. Chocolate, which you'll get lots of different things like this, like tea, stuff like that. Cakes, and they update the crew skills. And you've got a large first aid kit and a large repair kit, which will again automatically. It will repair all the modules, but they're gold, so you don't really want to be spending that much on that unless you are willing to buy the gold. You've got things like this, which increase, basically all these sorts of modules will increase the tank's performance during the game. And all these are specific to all the different tanks you have. I currently don't have any tanks shown here. Hang on, I'll show you. These are all the tanks I have at the moment. So I've got Leech Tractor, VK3601H, Jagdpanther, AT8, T49, SU85, VK30.02M, Panzer SFL 1.4C, Churchill 1, Super Pershing, T-3485, and Type 3 Chinook. These are all my tanks at the moment. Also the Leech Tractor. I think I've already said that. But yeah, you can purchase more slots for tanks with gold, 300 gold. Up here, this is all the. These are all of the tank stats. So as you'll see here, it's got 130 hit points, meaning health, HP. I mean, that's how much health the tank has, and how much fire you can sustain. Because your health is very valuable, and we'll get to that later. But that's how the weight of the tank is there, 8.05 tons. The load limit, the amount of stuff you can put on, will be 9.5 tons. Meaning that you can't put this upgraded turret on the tank without upgrading the suspension, otherwise it just won't go. So it won't let you without the suspension, and that will get annoying through the higher tiers. Engine power, that's how much horsepower your engine has. Speed limit 36 km/h. Traverse speed, that's how fast the tank will turn. That's 40 degrees per second. Hull armor, we've got 14 at the front, 14 millimeters at the front, 12 at the sides, and 12 at the rear. Turret armor, 14 at the front, 13 at the sides, and 13 at the rear. That's millimeters. Standard shell damage, that's how much damage this gun will do, will probably be about 27 to 45 hit points. Your penetration of the shell will be 30 to 50 millimeters. That's pretty good for a tier 1 tank. And the rate of fire, how many rounds you'll kick out a minute, will be 26.09, which is very good. Turret traverse speed, that's how quickly the turret turns, will be 39 degrees per second. The view range, that's how far around the tank you can see other enemies, but we'll get to that in the battle, will be 310 meters. And the signal range, how far around your tank you can communicate with your allies, will be 90 meters, but that's only because I haven't updated to the better radio, which will give it 265 meter view signal range. But yeah, we've got research here. Now with this research bar, what you can do is you can upgrade all of these and branch out to different tree branches. So here we'll say the Panzer 1. Up here we'll be going through the German lights. It really depends on what you're most comfortable playing with. We've got mediums, I think they're other mediums, artillery, and tank destroyers. No, these are heavies, I think. Yes. But yeah. You can also access the tech tree by clicking up here, which will give you the whole tech tree. So you've got the tiers going at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It goes up to 10. But there are 7 different countries to choose from. We've got China, France, Germany, Britain, America, Soviet Union, and Japan. I am currently on a premium account, but you will be on a standard account, which means you'll get less experience during a battle. Your crew can be accessed by clicking here. You can swap crews around. You'll start off at 50% unless you buy the tank with 100% crew. But you can fiddle with them by going onto their personal file, and you can give them all different sorts of perks, which will be updated as you bring the tank up to a 100% rating, which will be gained during your battle. You can fiddle with the exterior of the tank by going here. This gives you camo. You can buy for gold or apply for 30 days, which will be 10,000 for a tier 1. It gets higher when you get up the tier. You can get emblems on the side of your tank, again for gold or credits. And inscriptions, according to your country, of course. Okay. Up here will be missions. These are sort of the same sort of things that you find in Call of Duty. You complete a mission, you get XP and experience. Contacts. These are all the different contacts you have. This is general chat, meaning everyone that's on the current server, which is EU1. Service record. Prepare to see my awful service record. But down here, this is actually because of the XVM that I'm using that you'll see all these stats. But this is their win rate. This is our win rate on each tank. Down here, mastery badges, average experience gained on each tank, each battle. This is how many battles you've had in each tank. These are currently all in the garage. Statistics. These are my awful statistics. But here you'll see how many battles you've had overall. How many victories in percentage. Hits. Average experience per battle. Maximum experience per battle. Battle survived. Mastery badges. Ace tanker. These will show you how many enemy vehicles you've destroyed and how many times you've been destroyed yourself. And that's my ratio. Damage you've dealt and damage you've received. Here, damage ratio down here. As for this, you'll pretty much get used to that. These are the awards I've gained over my time playing World of Tanks. But that's very self-explanatory. Again, this is a more simplified summary of your statistics. So here is my personal rating from Wargaming. I've got 2,366, that's quite bad. Let's go back to the garage. But yeah, I think we'll end it off here. Please subscribe and leave a like and a comment below. Look forward to seeing you again. Have fun.